So I think it's audible for everybody. Yeah, everybody can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah,
Yes.
good evening. Good evening. Okay, I think there is a new person, I think, maybe to the class, I think. Is it Rowan? Because it seems like unfamiliar name. Okay, so let's go with our session for today. So quickly, we'll have a small recap of what we learned last time. And I gave some small works to search and come, things like that. So can you recall what we did last time?
The types of paints.
So I'll note it down.
Types of cement. Why interior design is important?
Role of an interior designer.
What else? What else did we learn? And I think I gave 2 or 3 works need to check and come, to search and come.
The types of cements.
Yeah. So-
Wood and about weather shield.
So did you all search about that? So we'll have a quick recap who has done and what they have found, or what they have, searched on. Okay. So now it's time is open. So we'll discuss about the maybe from cement types. Let's go. Cement types. Yeah. We'll have a small discussion. And we'll go to today's one. So where are our usual speakers?
The concrete.
Concrete. What did we discuss about concrete?
White cement.
Pardon? Okay.
White cement.
Okay. White cement.
So Portland cement, the ordinary Portland cement.
Quick setting cement.
Let's say OPC. Quick.
Air entering cement.
Mhm.
Expensive cement.
And trailing, and then
Another one.
yeah.
High aluminium cement.
Okay. Yeah, and I think
Rapid hardening cement.
okay, rapid hardening.
White cement.
Okay, white cement. Yeah, already somebody said.
Sir, masonry cement.
Okay. Masonry. What else?
Hydrographic cement. Hydrographic cement.
What do you mean by hydrographic cement?
Sulfate resistant cement.
Okay. So as somebody said in the last session, this is going like a civil engineering class. Not so actually. So cement types means, yeah, okay, yeah, generally search many things. Ne? So since we are giving more weight towards interior designing, we should think about which one is relevant to interior designing actually. When we say cement types, so is it based on the output or the texture, things like that? So among these, yeah, some people have say the message also they are drop the cement types. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so somebody has said low heat cement is also there. And then self-compacting, there are so many. There are varieties of cement types, and we have mostly said about concrete types as well. So sulfate resistant, it comes under actually mostly like concrete one. Yeah. So then they have said about low heat as well. Right. So among here, we can pick like the colored cements. You know, the purpose we actually doing working for like interior designing. Yes. So OPs is the ordinary, whatever the ones we are using usually to make our homes and stuff like that. Yeah. So quick setting cement means that's a time. There's always a time for the cement to harden. Cement galvan can නිකන් තියලා ගල්වෙන එක නෙමෙයි. කියන්නේ සිමෙන්ති වැඩක් කරාට පස්සේ ගල්වෙන වෙලාවක් තියෙනවානේ. අර ඉනිෂියල් සෙටින් ටයිම් එකක් තියෙන 45 minutes අනිත් එක තියෙනවා 8 hours වගේ. சிமெண்ட் வந்து கல்லாகிறதுக்கு ஒரு டைம் எடுக்கும். கல்லுன்னா நாங்கள் சும்மா சிமெண்ட் மூட்டையை வச்சு கல்லாக்குறதுல கான்கிரீட்டோ இல்லாட்டி ஏதோ ஒர்க் செஞ்சுட்டு பிறகு அது கல்லாகிறதுக்கு ஒரு டைம் எடுக்குமே. அதைத்தான் நாங்கள் சொல்கிறோம் செட்டிங் டைம் அப்படின்ற. அப்போ குயிக் செட்டிங்னா அப்போ அது குயிக்காக செட் ஆகிடும். So let's say instant where it is close, it's in like in a water structure when you're building, it should be a quick setting cement, right? So that is the instance we are using that kind of a cement. So air entrained, air entrapped, there are different ones which actually enhance the lifetime of the cement and actually the concrete. So these things actually coming under concrete. So high aluminum and high alumina, we say rapid hardening, like quickly hardening. And then masonry ones we are using commonly for like plastering, things like that, brickwork. Yes, okay. So there are people saying, so I missed the last two sessions because of term test. Is it okay to join today's session? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you are warmly welcome. But I didn't listen to the last two recordings also. That is something heavy. Should have listened actually. Anyways, this is the one we learned last time about the cement types and all. I asked them to search and come. So sulfate resistant, self-compacting and low heat. So here, can anybody tell like how come the knowledge about cement or concrete can help us as an interior design actually? How come when you're knowing about cement or concrete or whatever, how does it come in to help interior design actually? Is there any usage?
So for decorative purposes.
Yeah, for decorative purposes, how does it apply? When you know about low heat cement or sulfate resistant cement, how can we use that?
So white cement can be used for decorative purposes, right?
Yeah. White cement, there are like red color cements that we are using from the like from the known era, from a long period using red cements, power flows and stuff like that. There are different colors we are mixing. Let's say if I ask you about sulfate resistant cement, where can we use? So somebody said for the texture. Okay.
Sulfate resistant cement used, we can use in the coastal area because the the sea wind.
Mhm. Yeah, like if I say generally, sulfate is mostly used in marine constructions actually. Like if you're doing like any piling things or like reinforcement concreting stuff in like let's say Port City. Yeah, it's a good example. Ports.
Bridge
Yep.
fires also, no, sir.
Pardon?
Bridge fires,
Yeah. Piles
pile
and
constructions.
pile constructions and all because it's prone to water, water and like
All this time till now, my audio didn't work, so just now I made it.
yeah, we really missed your voice actually for
Yeah,
quite a bit.
I was struggling to make it now. Okay.
Okay, finally, yeah, home. Okay, so here, like when you take like sulfate resistant, when you're using that kind of cement, like let's say you guys have heard about this ITC. Yeah, ITC. There's a construction going in front of the
Yeah,
golf
one
face.
golf face.
Yeah, next to one golf face and in front of the golf face, ITC. If
Yeah.
anybody don't know, I'll just show them. ITC. Yeah. So this is going to be actually a wonderful project. So you see this image. You can see this big image, right? So there's going to be actually a sky bridge. It's going to be connected with a swimming pool.
Yeah, connecting the apartment and the hotel.
Yeah, actually one of my friend is working there. So he tells the updates, things what are happening around like. So the
Super
kind
stuff.
of material they're using. So here for the external stuff and all, what do you suggest when you are working as a designer? You should know what kind of material should be used for the exterior walls and interior walls and stuff like that. So that is the place where the knowledge about materials come into play. So don't think this man is always teaching about this and stuff. Are we learning civil engineering? Of course, civil engineering is the major part, but designing is a part of it, right? So you should have a substantial knowledge about what we are learning, right? So don't think we are learning too much. No, it's not like that. It's it's a must. We can't go to other grades without learning the times table like that. Fine. So here, like that's for an example about the concrete. Let's take, if you take about the handrails and stuff like that. Let's say we are having like stainless steel handrails. Say stainless steel handrail. Sometimes you may not know certain terms I'm using because you are all like new to this one. So these are like the stainless steel handrails. If I just take a zoom picture or something. So yeah, it's clear. Sudhiyakada SS stainless steel. So when you're choosing a type of material for like, let's say for an ITC project, you should know what type of SS are there. So there are like 304, 316. Yeah. So actually for marine, the best one is 316. So for normal ones, like if you're not using something closer to sea, you can use 304. But you need is marine closer to like sea water, something like that, because there will be the breeze, it carries the ions and it will rust. So we had to use 316. Fine. So likewise, there are so many things you should be aware of. So like learning about cements types also very handy. So you can like, for let's say, so this is like a quick setting cement. There is also slow setting cement. So it will dry very slowly. So when, let's say, if you have to make a design in a wall or things like that, you can take your designer there. You can, take some time and design. So there, the knowledge about cements come into play. Like slow settings cement also there. So if you have to make a design or molding or things like that, yeah. So then you can instruct your, let's say you are the head of the department or things like that. You have to take care of the work. So you should manage the people. So there, is the importance about knowing about cements and type of cement, which cement is good for what. Yeah. So is that clear for everybody? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? No, sir. If there's any question, you can ask me. If not, we'll move ahead to our today's session. Not only about cement, last time I asked some other questions, something to search also, not only about that.
To ask about wood types of woods.
Types of wood and also about types of wood. Yeah, exactly.
So about tile mortar.
Yeah, we
types
learned.
of-
So my question is like, I asked you to search about woods also, a type of wood. So we'll have a small discussion as about types of wood as well. We shall start now.
Oak,
mahogany,
Okay, so let's start off with mahogany. Yes, there are a lot. Okay, so from
Teak,
That rock, yes,
teak and from
cherry, walnut,
Karamkali,
walnut.
rosewood,
What else?
Sir, are you typing?
Yeah, right.
We
The
can't
screen.
see.
Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know.
Where comes the
Karamkali, rosewood.
softwood,
So
Sir,
I'm
there
typing.
is a wood, agar wood, no, luxury.
I got AGR, ne?
Agar.
Okay, so there are like few repeated answers coming from like
Redwood,
sandwood. Okay, what else? Cherries. What else? Come on. Where's Sri Lanka?
so birch,
Pardon? I didn't hear you, Putha.
birch,
I'm not hearing you properly, Putha. Okay, I'll tell like
poplar,
Pardon?
birch, birch,
BARCH. Okay.
the POPLAR, poplar.
Pardon? PO.
POPLAR.
I didn't hear POP.
POPAR. So wait, my voice is not clear.
No, it's breaking.
POPLAR.
PLAR. Actually, there's an issue with my internet because I'm just closer to this
This
Pallekal
is
stadium. So because of the LPL match going on, the internet is a little unstable actually.
sir, erase ART. Erase ART.
It's poplar.
LAR. Yeah, poplar. LAR.
Okay, it's written that way.
R, right. LAR. Poplar.
And what else?
So local ones, jackfruit.
Yeah, Jack. And Jack is there. And also mango.
And
also
Nadun,
Nadun
mahogany,
and all.
mango.
Nadun. තව එකක් තියෙනවා. It was invented by a person called Jayawardena somebody. So it is something similar to that. I can't exactly remember the name. It's a good one. This one, horror.
Kaluvara.
Finest.
Sir,
Kaluvara.
it's birch. Bean
Birch.
shoot
Kaluvara.
plant.
Yeah, sorry. I actually thought of it. Bean, eh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Nadun, horror, and what else? Mahogany is already
Kaluvara.
Jack, and this
Kaluvara.
and Mika. What do you call me? What important we got, Nelly? What do you call
The
that?
finest.
Finest is already written in top foot. Sapu and
Sapu, Lunumidella.
Guinea Sapu.
Kotta.
Gini sapu.
Kotta.
But Lunumidella is actually it's a good one for these ones, roofing works and all stuff like that. Neither. And also
Milla,
Polpara.
Halmi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milla is also very nice one. You can like on the time
Tech-wise.
Then තමයි ශ්‍රී ලංකන් wood ටික එන්නේ.
Yeah, of course, you should know. These are like superb ones.
Yeah.
we only know about mahogany, teak,
Yeah,
oak, stuff like that.
yeah. Tea.
But these are extremely superb ones. In teak also in Sri Lanka, there are so many varieties. Like
Buruta. I think we
Yeah,
missed Buruta. Yeah.
from the satin දාලා තියෙනවානේ.
Yes, satin is there. Yes.
Satin Buruta. What else? So many. What else? We're using only certain stuff, ne? And what else? There's a wood which we use.
So tune. Malapada.
Tuna is a fish, ne? No, there's wood also called tuna.
Malapada.
Malapadaya. Malapadaya.
Malapada.
என்னம்மா எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம் அது?
எதுக்குன்னு தெரியா ஆனா அதுவும் ஒரு வாரிமார
It's in Sinhala Malabada.
Malabada.
Malabada. Yes, Malabada. B.
Okay, we'll put a slash Malabada. ඒක මම අහලා නැහැ. සාමාන්‍ය කොයි වගේ තැනද use කරලා තියෙන්නේ? කවුරුද දන්නේ කෙනෙක්?
There's a tree, but I can't
Okay.
remember the usage of that trunk. Yeah.
Malabada. What do you call Malabada tree? Let's see. Is it? We don't know the tree actually. We'll see. Okay. Is it Malabar wood? I don't know. We'll search. We'll get to know. So we know something is there. We'll see. We'll search. Okay.
So can't we take cane?
Yeah, we are using it.
Yeah.
Including stuff and now. Okay. What else?
எண்ணெயின்ற ஒரு மரம் எண்ணெய்
என்னையா?
எண்ணெயின்ற ஒரு மரம்
எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு தெரியாதா?
அது தெரியாது சார்.
என்னப்பா நீங்க மரமா சொல்றீங்க, எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்றோம்னு தெரியாண்டா எனக்கு சொன்ன ஒரு ஐடியா எடுத்துக்கலாம் என்னன்னு. எந்த ஊர் சைடுல சாதாரணமா?
இது மலைக்காடுகள் சிங்கராஜ் அப்படி ஏரியாவில்.
So Kumbuk?
Yeah, we missed that most important one.
Yeah.
It's very good for
මලබර් කියලා තියෙනවා සර්.
මලබර් කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකද දන්නේ නැහැ.
ඔව්.
මේ පොඩ්ඩක් හොයලා බලමු. දැන් මෙහෙමනේ
ඒක ටිකක් හොඳ
without
එකක්.
seeing the picture it's a bit hard to identify. We don't know the actual tree, only few trees we know. Other trees we haven't seen even. We don't know even some trees exist, whether we are like using for timber or stuff like that. Okay. So like
Rubber?
rubber, certain times I use. So from these varieties, why are we using so many varieties? What is the reason for going all? There are so many varieties. For what reason are we choosing different varieties of timber? Quality. Okay, so we'll see the reasons. So now we'll see why. Why are we choosing these kind of varieties?
Our versatile, durable.
Okay, so we'll see. Someone is selling quality, then saying texture, budget. What else? Durability.
Yeah, house එකක් හදපුවාම ගොඩක් කලින් දෙපේ. And furnitures, no sir.
Yeah, so just thinking about the durability, don't always go and choose plastic stuff. Then you are ruining the
Yeah.
planet Earth.
So in some, like one aspect can be that emotional thing, the comfort and the feeling
Exactly.
when
That's
you
what I was waiting
touches.
for. Because it gives a a kind of a peace feeling.
Yeah.
Just has some impact on us. Even the clothes, whatever we choose or wear, has an impact on us. When you wear a polyester t-shirt or thing, and when you wear a cotton t-shirt, you have a different comfort and a different emotional feel actually. So texture has a a great impact. So we'll list down the reasons. So somebody has said natural touch. We'll say we'll go with emotion. And then let's say colors are their purpose. Like how long we are going to use. How long we are going to use the word we call durability.
Sir,
Yes.
so because we different types of wood because for its purposes like for roof we can't put local types of woods now. Sir.
Yes. Good point. So like we can't put what kind of, it should be arami vairam vanda oru palahanduvaangale arami monada rings එක වැඩි වෙලා තියෙන එක හිතට මොනවද කියන්නේ සිංහලෙන්, like the most strength woods, they have that the rings.
Shaktiman.
Yeah, Shaktimat, but there's another term they're using for that actually. A different term, I can't recall exactly. This is for short term. Okay. So actually that's kind of like the durability, and like from purpose to purpose we are changing the wood. So for a simple furniture we can use a typical simple wood, but if it is like for a specific roof design, I'll show you certain wood designs. Okay, let's say spiral. Let's take a spiral roof. Let's take like this. Okay, or else circular roof design. So here, see, so this kind of a roof structure we can't use a very basic kind of a wood, because there is no any central joints here. You all can see the screen, so here the type of wood has a great impact. So we should know which one to use where, which will be economical, which will have a good look. So it's deep knowledge is needed, right? Fine. So
So,
Yeah.
eco-friendly also there, no?
what do you mean by eco-friendly? What do you mean by
Then
eco-friendly?
when we going to take goods,
Mhm.
so many people using same.
Uh-huh. So what is the importance of
think.
eco-friendly? We are actually cutting the trees.
Eco-friendly, wait.
Yeah,
like I
that can
said,
be a drawback for
No,
this
yeah,
thing.
But
yeah,
her
like,
point is a valid
my
point.
friend,
There's a very
my
big story
friend
behind
and eco-friendly means now mahogany wage we also will buy my
So
friends.
maybe if we can use recycled ones, then it is eco-friendly.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Not only like that,
Recycle also coming for that.
a recycle also
Recycle
there.
coming.
That's another story. That's the important stories like this. So certain timbers or woods are planted
Resourceable.
kind of like a plantation,
So we can't hear you, sir.
like a teak like.
No, okay.
So teak like thing, they are growing like in plantations, teak, mahogany and all. Then for 1 year they will plant, then they will harvest and they will plant some more batches. Likewise, they are not ruining everything. It is like going in a rotation. Do you all understand?
So I'm telling you, when going to best option,
Yeah.
we will choose. Lot of people will choose same thing. No? If
Same.
mahogany,
Yes.
mahogany, or we take mahogany is famous and teak
Yeah.
is famous.
Hmm.
So like that I meant eco-friendly.
Reusable.
Reusable, yes.
Yeah. So the
Reusable.
actual
We can break the
eco-friendly.
chair. We can break the chairs and we can reuse and recyclable everything. So that's what I said.
Yeah. So the eco-friendly story,
Yeah.
what I meant was the different eco-friendly story. So we are using
I
the wood.
thought that's what I'm telling. My
Yeah.
side things.
Yeah, you are justified. I agree that. So the my side of the story, actual story is likewise. So that's a balance. We are preserving the plantation stuff and we are using limitedly. So these kind of things are there. Okay. So it seems like you people have a certain, good improvement actually from our first session to till now. There had been some good discussions and good ideas coming from all around. So it's good to see that. Okay. So what do you guys see in the screen now?
2 cars and a beautiful house.
It's a
Hmm.
luxurious house.
Exactly. Okay. So there are so many perspectives. It can differ from person to person. Eh? So here we are going into certain things like as an interior designer, we are not going to do hand sketches anymore, right? For 3Ds and stuff, we are not going to do isometric drawing or things like that. Are we? No, right? So we are going to use softwares, right? So this is such kind of a software. So where we make 3D structures. Yeah. So you can see here, I think you all can see the texture on the wood, isn't it? It
Can
might
see, sir. Yes.
clear, I think so. Yeah. So these kind of pleasing works you can do with softwares. So we are not only learning theories and just going, we need colors, we have 7 aspects in interior design, things like that. That is not only our goal. So we should be able to handle softwares like, what are the softwares that you know about 3D softwares?
Revit.
Pardon?
Revit.
Okay, we'll list down certain things that you know.
3D Max.
Okay, so we'll go.
Video editing will come. Premium Pro.
We'll say you tell whatever you know that is related to 3D softwares.
Premium Pro.
Yeah.
Sometimes I may have not spelled correctly. Revit. Somebody said something else also. No?
Unity 3D.
Yeah, 3D
Unity
Max.
3D. Yes.
Sorry,
Unity
3D.
3D.
Is it a company? A game designing company?
Unity 3D is there, no, sir.
Unity.
And
Sir,
somewhere
I
Autodesk,
have a question,
Maya.
sir.
Mhm.
Maya. I have a question, sir.
Okay, what's it?
Sorry about AutoCAD. We can't download and install the AutoCAD. I tried so many times. And
Hmm.
I asked class some students also, they also said they also can't. Who have download?
You tried like
Anybody?
2014.
I tried 14, 15, asking so many things. And in
2022 can download and install.
Install, but the
Sure.
requirement sometimes it not support.
I tried.
Okay,
Try
In
AutoCAD
halfway-
LT 2022. AutoCAD LT.
Ah, okay, sir. So
Vision 360.
Pardon? Somebody said 360. I didn't hear.
Fusion 360.
What else? So like there are so many basic ones. Sweet Home 3D. Yeah. And they're like there are so many things like Planner 5D. There are so many things coming.
Automax. It will come.
SketchUp.
Oh yeah.
Blender, Automax. Blend is done.
Blender is
Automax, sir.
Automax. Okay, let's see. You tell whatever that you know, then we'll filter out what are actually there and not.
Modo.
Mhm. There are so many. Yeah, there can be many coming. There may be which I don't know, which you know. Yeah. Okay. So among these, which is like used by interior designers mostly.
Revit,
So somebody is saying right. Okay. The software that are mostly used by interior designers. So it won't-
SketchUp.
Somebody is just coming and going. I don't know who, but I can't hear properly. It's just like a
Autodesk, sir.
yeah, Autodesk, yeah, AutoCAD 3D is also there.
In interior design using AutoCAD.
Among
Autodesk,
these,
AutoCAD.
like which is like the most like very easy use, like very user friendly. If you had used
TurboCAD.
what do you all think about SketchUp?
SketchUp using.
SketchUp is like a very basic one. Anybody can learn, like anybody can use. And Revit and things also like same, but Revit is bit kind of different, kind of advanced, like yeah. Planified, yeah, those are like trending ones nowadays. But like Revit and like BIM is kind of advanced one. Yeah, Blender, SketchUp. Yeah. So 3D softwares are different and 3D, rendering ones are different. Yeah. So if let's say if you take like SketchUp, when you make a model in SketchUp, let's say like this. This is SketchUp model. So when you want to take the output, so let's say it get exported. So we'll see the output, how it's gonna come. So it will load quickly, I think. When it loads, let it come. Okay. So just a minute. Still loading. Okay. Yeah. So this is a rendering part. So that is separate from this. Neither. So there had been some error in the rendering, I think. So that's why these colors had gone. Now it's still just coming. Neither. So that is where we built our basic blocks, basic type of ones. So using SketchUp, we can do the basic structures. If you take these columns and stuff or whatever, you can give your personalized design. Yeah. So that kind of thing you can do. So it's very interesting when you learn. So I hope, rather than stopping after learning about interior design, you also start learning about softwares, which is the essential part. Without softwares, it's hard. We can say without softwares, it's nothing. Some people use hand sketch as well, but the client, what do they need? They need a pleasing output, a 3D, a video, maybe a photos, things like that. That's where the softwares help us. Neither. So depending on your computer's capacity, you can use different 3D softwares, and you can use to render out that. So one we saw now is it is called Enscape. Likewise, we have Lumion. So those are the softwares where we get the output, right? So I want you people to go and search and get to know about 3D softwares. So when you see the outputs of the 3D works, you will be actually inspired to work with 3D and 3D models and interior designing, things like that. Okay, fine. So any questions regarding this?
Mostly we will need SketchUps, no, sir?
As far as I know, like a few of my friends who are working in leading companies in Sri Lanka for interior designing and all, they are using SketchUp because it's easy, very easy. If you learn, hopefully, I think you
Yes.
people will learn. So, not in this module, what we are learning, you will learn, you may learn, it's a future, it's a question. It depends on your interest. If you learn, it's a very good one. It's a dollar machine. You can earn anything, you can earn better and better, the way you think and things like that. Fine. So don't think too much. I'm not going to stress more on that as well. Fine. So as we have discussed so far, we saw about woods and things, timbers, stuff like that. Now, as interior designers, we saw about we should know about regulations, things like that as well, isn't it? So we have certain kind of regulations. What kind of regulations we have in Sri Lanka? All can hear me, right? Yes, you all can hear me, right? Why all of a sudden everybody went silent?
Can hear, sir. Can.
Okay, great. So what kind of regulations we have in Sri Lanka?
Should obtain permits.
Permits. Okay, what kind of permits? So regulations means what? Okay, regulations means like let's say like rules like சட்டங்கள் neda neethi wage building alta related na neethi wage.
Site suitability, finding the right plot.
Where does it come from? Site suitability. What do you mean by site suitability? Land plot. What do you mean by
The building apart from the road decide.
can you tell something more? I can
uh,
understand, but for your friends to understand, what do you mean?
The main road means a 9-meter gap into our road.
Good. I understand. The distance between the center of the road to the building. Neither.
Yes.
Distance between center of road to building. And what else? So I think Philip maybe either said about land plot. What did you exactly mean? Site suitability, how can you know whether this is suitable or not? If you're going to build a house or whatever building you're going to build.
Plan with scale with concept.
Pardon?
Play with scale.
I cannot hear
Space.
you. It's crackling.
So distance between
No,
current
Pardon? Distance between?
current wires. Current mean electricity.
Distance between, let's say, high tension wires.
Yes.
High tension wires, and
So consider flow and circulation.
circulation. What is the term you're referring to?
Flow and circulation.
I cannot get your idea actually. Can you elaborate on that?
Our flows about flow.
Yeah.
We have to consider about that. No?
Flow means the type of thing you're going to do for tiling or things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say we'll see. Okay.
Active balance for that.
What else? So only
Do we
few
have to, so do we have to test the land before, like, to find the site suitability?
exactly. So what kind of, so this is actually like a civil stuff. We do soil test. Soil test, we call it borehole test to see the types of soil in our land. Then only we decide the type of foundation, Then only we'll say what kind of work we can do. Are we going to build a 5-story building or 10-story building? Yeah. And also NBRO in certain areas. There's institute called NBRO. You people know in Sri Lanka. So NBRO will check and they will tell, okay, here you can't build a building like this. This is a landslide area. So NBRO means what? National Building Research Organization. Okay. So those are the people related with that. So site suitability is depending on type of soil. Sometimes there may be high tension wire, what kind of weather you can change the wires. Sometimes there may be some, sewer lines going under your land. Sometimes there may be, water lines, national water supply. Yeah. Okay. So there are things that you should consider. So when you come to types of building regulations, like, okay, so these are your ideas. Actually, we are having like this. We have things called like UDA. Okay. Then we have municipal council.
I got some ideas, sir.
Okay, tell.
I don't know it's correct or I don't know.
It's fine. It's just brainstorming
Building-
first.
Building regulation plans. So structure, free safety, fire safety, sorry, sir. Sound,
Are you reading from somewhere or it's ideas?
I'm coming to my mind, sir.
Okay,
Fire
good.
safety is there, no?
Yes.
Drainage problem, have to check. Sound. Insulation, no, sir.
Uh-huh. Sound.
I have so
Insulation.
many not coming.
Some people might have, personally had something.
Yeah.
What else? So somebody has said flow area ratio. So I saw this in Google. What does this mean? Okay. Building and the body of water. So there had been some messages as well. So somebody has said, okay, flow area ratio. So it's like this, Puta. So I'll tell what are the questions you're asking. Okay, so when you take a building, let's take a residential building. So I'll go like a touch. Okay, I'll not go deep. Fine. So okay, we'll start from okay. So we saw about the types. I'll tell about the types of regulations we are having, and then I'll come to the topics that you have mentioned above. Okay. So we have UDA. UDA means what? Urban Development Authority. Okay. So that is one part. Then you have municipal councils. They have different regulations. And then urban council. Then you have Pradeshya Sabha. Fine. So all these four have different types of rules and regulations for buildings. So under the buildings, we have two types. What are the two types of buildings we are categorizing into? What are the two types of buildings generally that we have? Yes, everybody. We are categorizing buildings into two. One is residential. Next one is what is the next one?
Commercial.
Commercial. There you go. So the regulations vary for these. If we take a municipal council, let's say for an example, if you want to build a house, let's say you have a 10 perch land, okay? 10 perch land. Can you build in the entire 10 perch? Can you build a house in the entire 10 perch?
With
No.
that 10 perch, no.
Why? You don't have enough money, or the economy is
No,
not
no,
good?
no. We have to keep around space, no?
Why is that?
Only 10 perches there, no?
Yeah. 10 perches is
So
a
we
good
have-
enough space. It's not only
But
10
we
perch.
can, in full, we can't build the house. We have to keep space, no?
Why do you need to keep space? Why do you waste that space? It's money. Every square feet is money. You can build a house.
And
You can have only one blind wall. The you have to think about the neighbors as well. The breathing
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Because yeah. Okay. So this is a very in detail discussion. I want everybody to pay attention actually.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So the thing is, so we have to think about the neighbors only. It is not we are building the house. They also have to receive the light. They also should have ventilation. And also she said we have to keep space. Why do we keep?
Oh, ඒතික ආවේ නෑ, sir. ඒක තමයි main.
Yeah. So we need to keep space. Like there are
Yeah.
like 7.5 feet space when you have a window, and like 3 feet space. Why is it? So I want people to answer the question. Everybody. Why do we keep that space?
What's a repeat?
Vanda, Setta, Suttam, repeat. The question is like this. Why we are keeping space? Let's say from the center of the road, there's a space like 10 feet, 20 feet we are keeping. And inside the house also we are keeping on the sides 3 feet. On the backyard, sometimes you are keeping 10 feet or 7.5 feet. Why? What is the reason?
To grow plants.
So I'll put the question. Why we keep space? We call that actually prayer space.
Sir, is it a rule?
Why that kind of a rule? It's weird. Why should they have a why do they have such kind of rule? So somebody said to grow plants. So let's see. Why?
For fire safety and for ventilation.
How does it come for fire safety and ventilation?
If it is near to a building, if the building catches fire, the next one will also get affected. So that we are keeping space.
Let's think there is no any buildings nearby on the both
I'll
sides.
tell, so we have to make the storage.
Storage can go under the ground.
So අපි ව confuse කරනවා.
You should have a clear idea. That is my key point.
Wait.
Is it because of the kitchen? So the mostly we place the kitchen at the like in the plan, even it is in the backside of the house.
No, I won't accept with that. Nowadays, you see the modern designs. The now pantries and kitchens are coming in the open type. It's coming in the right next to the living area and sitting area. So I would not agree with
Yeah,
that.
that is also true.
So somebody said
Yeah, of course.
to not spread the fire. Yeah, Sometimes we are not leaving like 3 feet on the both sides. Ne? It is related to fire, but how? When there's a fire in the building, how do you escape the building? Are you gonna take a chopper? Are you gonna take a jet and something, and you just gonna jump out of the building? There should be a space, ne? Where you you leave. That is the reason we are having a 3 feet access. Fine. So likewise, there's a reason for regulations. So don't think this is just a damn rule by the government. It is to protect us. That is the reason we are having not to plant. So that is not a reason. You may have a plant, or you can have a plastic flower things also, but the main reason is why? Fire. And then
Sir,
Sir,
we
to
thought
park
very
vehicles?
complex answer.
pardon?
We were thinking about very complex answers, but the real answer is so simple.
Of course. There's a saying by Albert Einstein also. Think simple, but not simpler. So in designing, thinking simple will be more sufficient. If you think simple, you can satisfy the client and you can get a very best output. Okay. So next reason, fire, then ventilation. How do you receive the ventilation? Do you think a fan is a good one for ventilation? It just circulates the air. So you need to take the air to a room through a window. Ne? So things like that are reasons why we keep space. And also, like we saw a reason, like there's a distance between the center of the road and to the building. Yeah. There's a distance between center of the Hello, everyone. Really sorry, there was a power cut. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Tenuja Jayasinghe. Can you pass the
Uh-huh.
host for sir? Tenuja Jayasinghe.
Yes, sir.
Pass the host for sir Akram Sanu, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm extremely sorry about that. Yes, everybody can hear me. Some people left, I think, all of a sudden. It's audible.
Now clear our problem. Now you clear our problem.
Okay, so where did you stop by?
10 purchase problem.
Okay, fine. There you go. Good. Okay, so we have, I think certain things has gone. Did not recover properly, I think.
So the reason between the center of the road to the building.
Okay, fine. So because it all of a sudden the power went and I was just got upset really badly. Due to this, there's a match going on. Sometimes it happens. Power is overloading. The poor connections and things like that happen. Okay, so
So
that's
ask, can we build in 10 purchase? Can we build a house? So ask that question.
yeah. Why not?
You
Like
asked,
6
so
purchase.
we gave so many answers, but
Yeah.
still didn't come for main.
6 purchase more than enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So the reason behind why we keep a distance between the building and the center of the road, like there may be like future expansion of the roads. Now it is a normal road. It may become A grade road or B grade road. So the width can increase, the traffic can increase with the time. So that is the reason we are keeping something called, so search about these things. Street line, building line. Okay. So these kind of things are there. So I want you people to go and search about these things in the next class. Okay. So these are like very important points. What is a street line? What is a building line? And so somebody asked a question about flow ratio, I think. I don't know whether that person is available now. I'm not sure. So that is a ratio. (34) raised hand. Yeah, she's there, I think. Okay, so that's a ratio between the flow areas. Let's say, so we saw about 2 types of buildings. What are the 2 types of buildings we have? Residential and commercial. So for residential, the plot coverage, there is something called a plot coverage. So that term also you search, I'll explain now anyways. So don't think I'm just overloading, but it is needed. That's right. So for residential, the plot coverage is 2/3. 2/3 means, for example, let's say I have a 12 perch land. So 2/3 of 12. How much is 2/3 of 12?
Eight.
Yeah, so that is the allowable. maximum amount of, land or the building that you can build. Okay. So for residential, it's like that. And then for commercial, we can do 80%. So residential, let's say whichever that does not come under residential is commercial. Fine. So don't ask me what is commercial. So residential means houses. So apartments, where does it go? Apartments, is it a residential or a commercial?
Residential.
So Sajita's feeling apartment is a residential. Any other answer? So you all agree that is a residential building. So no doubts in that. But I don't agree. It's a commercial one. The purpose, not only the living, the output. Okay. So there you can go for like 80% of plot coverage. Fine. So flow area ratio. So depending flow area ratio, I think you people search. It's flow area ratio, or like we call it FAR. We call that actually FAR. Not far, FAR. Okay. So if you people had seen a municipal council or Pradesh Sabha approval book, when you are going to design a house or build a house, you will put the informations, the drawings and stuff you will attach, and you'll put there'll be a book kind of thing that you have to fill. If you had seen, or if not, by next class, I'll show you guys, because I don't have it now at my hand in my home now. So I'll show you next class, how to do, the approval books, things like that, where we have this flow area ratio, things like that. Fine. I think who asked that question? Somebody. So I think she must have a good, pretty understanding what is a flow area ratio means. So any questions until what you have just discussed now? Or did I miss to address any question? So no doubts, no questions. If somebody respond, huh? Nobody's responding.
Have question, but don't know how to ask that one.
You just tell a word, then I'll pick up the question, what it might be.
No words, because we have to go through this whole.
You just ask, no worries. I'll try to address.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So, will you be teaching the graphical part in the interior designing in this course?
Which one?
Like, which you showed previously, like creating those.
Yeah. No, Pooja. We're just learning, a little bit about interior designing. That is a different part, SketchUp, 3D designing parts. It's an in-depth one.
Can give MCQ paper, no sir.
Pardon?
MCQ paper
For which one?
for this. In last, I said for our assignment.
Oh, maybe.
Pick
maybe. I don't know.
and choose. Yeah, pick and choose.
So are we supposed to find
We are
out about the
basics.
program
We are
on the
basics.
screen?
No.
So, if so, what
Yeah,
is the best part to study about it, sir?
That means about the
Like
designing
if
ones.
we are interested in creating those type of graphical part in interior designing, so like
Mhm.
which platform can we use?
SketchUp is a good platform, but if you don't have a good enough PC, you cannot have that kind of output. You can't get a rendered output. So initially, I suggest you to for everyone I'm saying. So if you want to say make some money, so you make some 2D drawings initially, market yourself, do some 2D drawings, earn some money. Then while doing that, while learning, you update your upgrade your PC, then you can work on the 3Ds as well. So that is the way how I did. Sometimes if you have good enough money, you can get a good PC and work on 3Ds. Yeah, or else yeah, you can. So that's the way how it goes. Yeah, maybe let's see if you are doing some programs in next semester or something like that, or like we may start that also. I can't give 100% guarantee on that. Yeah, there are some possibilities as well. Fine. So residential is like 2/3. So keep in mind 2/3. We sometimes, if we call it in percentage, we'll tell that as 66%. Okay, so in that also there are some like in-depth things you should know. So maybe next time we'll have. So I have a doubt about what is this lesson. Is AutoCAD needed to learn for interior design? No? Yes, AutoCAD is essential for interior designers, even for quantity surveyors and for civil engineers. Everybody, it is essential. AutoCAD is like a basic tool where you make the plans, floor plans and elevations, things like that. Then you take into a 3D structure. Yes. So if you're going to do a 2D planning drawing to a client, yeah, it should be done in AutoCAD. Who is that? Anybody got
Yeah,
any
sir.
question?
When I'm going to install, the space problem also came, sir, in my lab. Not enough
So
space.
if there's
We
no
can't,
space, you have to
yeah.
go to a different space, different galaxy in the universe. Then you'll find some good space. Just kidding. Okay, so just make some room enough space in your PC and then actually install that. Fine. So some more questions. So residential is that, commercial is that. Okay. So I'll just show you few things about regulations. Yeah, you all can see my screen. So there are planning and building regulations in Sri Lankan context. So there are things like this. Okay, so you can see the contents. What is a plot size, road frontage? I think you all can see the screen. Visible. So open space. What is open space? How to keep, where to keep, access. So like there are varieties, parking and things like that. When you have a car parking, what kind of a slot you should have, length and width, plot usage, plot coverage. See, then there's something called flow area ratio. Things like that are also there. Okay, so whatever the questions I gave there is already here. So I will not share this PDF this week. Maybe next week we'll share. Okay. So building categories depending on the heights, rear space, side space. We discussed the 3 feet. Why do we keep a side space of 3 feet? Rear space we keep like 10 feet or 8 feet depending on municipality, urban, things like that. And like internal heights of building. Yeah. What should be the minimum internal height of a building? Natural light, what kind of ventilation we should have. When you have a staircase, yeah, what kind of regulations we have. So has anybody known about the staircase? What kind of regulations we have regarding the staircase? Is there any rule for staircase even?
there should be a regular, like,
I didn't hear you actually.
there should be a gap between the stairs, like at least 1 feet, so that
I didn't understand you actually. Didn't
I
hear
mean,
you.
the steps should be at least 1 feet, and there's a standard slant station.
So there are two things when you take a step. Okay. When you take seriously, sir, for stairs also there's a rule, of course we have. So riser and flight. Then I'll show you a staircase. Okay, so we have a staircase. Show a section. It's visible, no? This image is clear, no? It should be clear now. Yes. So the riser means the distance between these two. The vertical height, that's what we call a riser. So this is riser. You can see my mouse, right? The mouse is moving. The vertical, this is a riser. So in Sri Lankan context, according to UDA, the UDA ones, the riser should be 6 inches, or 150 millimeter. Okay, so riser is how much? So 6 inch or 150 mm. And for the tread, that is how much? Minimum of 10 inch. So what is 10 inch in millimeters? Somebody answer quickly. Like 10 inches in millimeters. We have done these things, ne? Conversions, things like that. So where is that I Muhammad and all they are missing today, ne?
$254, no, sir?
So we call it roughly, we don't go to the decimal, we say like 250 mm. Okay. So these are like standards. Okay, for staircase. So likewise, for everything, there's a standard. Yeah, okay, fine. So that is very important to maintain when you have the regulations. Plot size, there are many things. So this week you people search about the things that I have given. So next week I'll show you guys like how these things are used. I won't go deep. I'll just show, okay, because I don't need to go deep in these ones, right? Okay, fine. So far, what are the things we have discussed today? What have we discussed today? A quick recap.
Types of building,
So what are the types of building here?
residential, commercial.
Okay. Residential and commercial. Next, what else we did? And something, a very important thing we learned today.
Type of building regulations.
Yeah.
Regulations.
Next. So we have MC, UC, UDA, PS. Pradesha. Next. Quick. So yeah, types of cement, types of wood, 3D softwares. So I'm reading from few of messages that has been sent to me. So it's about 3D softwares. What else?
Types of woods.
Yeah, woods.
Cement.
What else?
Why we have to keep space in 10 purchase house?
Yeah, even 10 or 6 birds you should keep. Why? Regulations. Why regulations are important? Why should we follow regulations? Okay, so I have a critical question for everybody. So let's say I'm not following and I'm not doing, I'm not keeping any space. I'm building, I'm having a 10 porch land. I'm building on the entire space. Is that a problem for anyone, for me or for the country or for the neighbor? Is it an issue?
Yes.
If so, what are the issues? Can I
In 4 sides,
on
4 sides, no
entire
space for others.
of why do you keep, why that is your land, then why should you keep space for others? What is the point?
Others means surrounding
Why do you need a surrounding?
neighbors for neighbors.
That is your
If I
land.
take
Why should you keep
full
space for?
space, if I take full space, for us also it's inconvenient. No garden, no ventilation.
Why not? You can put AC.
It's a packed house, no.
You can have
Parties.
interior garden.
Packed house.
You see, there's this thing building going on Saudi Arabia, the line. What do you make of that kind of a building?
Still I'm in a problem with that question.
Okay. Can you build on the entire land? If so, what is the issue?
Fire protection and for ventilation.
Okay, fire and let's say ventilation. Ventilation, of course, let's say, oh, fire protection also, let's say we are going to keep all the fire extinguishers and things like that, fire alarms, sprinklers.
That's what I didn't tell that all. So have the answers, no, so I didn't tell. Must have something with this question. That's what. So it's
Yeah, of
going
course,
behind.
that's the point I'm waiting for.
So in any emergency, people can escape from the building or the house.
So that is already said. Okay, like certain things, certain buildings you might have seen there is no fire exit or anything, but still it is being built. In Colombo, of course, we are seeing many. There will be a fine.
I feel some more things.
Yeah. I'll tell.
If I'm alone at my place, if I die also nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I can't take the phone. That my
Yeah.
mama know how what will happen?
So
I
those
can't
things
call
are like,
neighbors.
okay.
I
So
feel,
let's take,
I feel.
let's say like if you have built a 10 perch like completely the issues, yeah, like whatever the people have said also will come. There will be a fine by the government. Can you sell the property? Approval from authorities. Will you get the approval from the authorities? Or else there's something called this COC. This one also search and come. Okay. What is COC? So if you're going to legally sell your building, if you haven't built according to the, the regulations, you can't sell it. Okay. So that's where the COC comes into play. Fine. Then when you consider about health conditions, yeah. And also like as Tilanka said in the midway, we can't build, blind walls on the both sides, covering things like that. So there are things we should think about. So sometimes some clients say, this is my land, I want to build on my each and every square feet, that is my money. We can't do that. Yeah. You should clearly explain there's a rule. We have to cover only 2/3 of the land. Yes. So things like that you should know. So as an interior designer, how these things come into play? As an interior designer, you are not going to only design a bedroom or a luxurious bathroom for a customer and give. You're going to design house also. So you should be able to grab the idea from him and also to know the regulations according to the places. So from Colombo area, it's different. And if it is closer to a highway, that is different. Yeah. So the regulations are different when it's closer to an airport, how many floors you can build, what kind of things. Yeah. So like last time I said about an incident in UK about a design failure. So likewise there is like when many things to consider. So this is will not come only just by learning, also from experience. You experiment, you speak to people who are experienced in designs, go through some documentaries. So that is how it will come into action. Fine. So this is not only just doing our works and drawings just according to regulations, and also we have to make what the need of the customer, the client. Fine. So you should be very careful with handling with regulations. So any questions on that? Now it's open for questions. So any questions? No questions? You all can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Sometimes I get that doubt. You people, it's not audible or things like that. So today we have covered about regulations, why it is important. If we follow, what are the benefits we have? When you follow authorities, regulations, what are the benefits you will have? Let's think about that also. Let's say your house is closer to a road and you have built according to the regulations, and all of a sudden the road is expanding. They will demolish the houses and all. So during that period, there's something called, land reclamation. So these people will pay you compensation. They will give you the compensation if it is built according to the regulation, and it is not your fault. It is the necessity of the country for the development. So they will pay compensation. If not, they will not pay you a single penny. Understood? So following regulations will come into, very handy, very helpful in times. Fine. So I think you guys have a good understanding about why regulations are important. We saw a few, glimpse about regulations. So I have given you certain topics that you should search for the next class. So next session we'll discuss more. If you guys have any questions, you can ask. If not, we'll wind up for today. Yeah, before ending the class also, there are people leaving. If you have any questions, you can ask. If not, yeah, we'll end up the session for today. So it seems like no questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, then fine.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, then everyone. So good night, and we'll see you in
Thank
the
you,
next
sir.
session.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
okay, bye. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night. Have a nice day.
You too.